Alright, second attempt. What does that say? Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? I'm gonna get my computer just to see if anyone's there. Okay, let's try that again. So, as I said in the last live stream, we have a slight issue with this not going all the way. That ain't gonna be a problem, because I remember I've got a tiny file. So what I'm doing here, and by the way, this is a really short live stream because my ladies are off getting groceries, and as soon as they come to the door, I'm gonna have to go and help them. So, but you know, I'm doing this, so I figured if anyone's online and wants to hang out, no problem. Getting there, getting better. Hoping that if I suddenly disappear on yous, it's because the ladies have called. That's the fun thing about shooting these on my phone. But anyways, who's watching? I saw Outdoor Dauber was there for a minute, but then he disappeared. And then I got a phone call, so I don't know. Is that? Are you still there, big guy? So the nice thing about bronze is it's a really easy metal to file, you know? I think I'm gonna need to, oh, where's my file card? I organized all this at some point, and because of that I can't find a damn thing. Well, I was gonna use my file card, but now I think I'm just gonna forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Forget about it. Anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna do this bolster, this front bolster, and then I'm gonna drill some more holes in the birch bark, because I haven't done anything since the last live stream. Did I say this? Sorry about my voice, but I'm sick as a dog. And I love the look of bronze too. Like, I think bronze is nicer than copper. It's probably my favorite of the Goldie metals. I may have said that in a previous episode. Getting closer, getting better, eh? Looking better. Looking fabulous. Can't get it off that. There we go. That'd have been funny, eh? In a non-funny sort of way. Yeah, because I'm not feeling great, I'm not doing an outdoors video this weekend. I do have another video I'm gonna do tonight anyway, and have it up by, you know, late Sunday or Monday, as I always do. But it's not gonna be outdoors. Oh, look at that, man! And that took me like 0 time. Bronze, man, you cannot beat it. Look at that! Look at that. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. All right. That is done. Done like dinner. All right. So what I'm doing for the holes is I got 2 different sizes of drill bit, okay? This one matches the top edge of the tang. This one matches the bottom end of the tang. And so I'm just gonna drill those holes. Like the tang, maintains the same width all the way down, so I don't have to worry about that. But it does sort of narrow depth-wise or height-wise. So I'm just going to keep measuring the holes down, and that should be good enough. Now the thing is, I didn't do that when I started, so I don't know if these two holes are going to be at the right. Actually, they're not bad. They're not bad. They ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? They ain't bad. But anyway, so that's that. I kind of wish I had two of these drills so that I could, like, what I'm going to do is going to do all these size holes, and then I'm going to go back and do all of these size holes. But if I had two of these guys, can we forget that I just had that? Can we forget we had that conversation? This one needs a major restore. This one is in bad shape. But I think I'm going to leave that for an actual episode. Oh, yeah. Man, it needs some work. Let's see. Where did I put this? I don't know where this is. You know, now that I'm demonetized, I guess I don't have to worry about humming or singing copyrighted material. That's me looking at this from a, you know, taking a brighter perspective on things. As I said before this live stream got interrupted, if I disappear, if the screen goes black all of a sudden, it's because I just got a phone call from the wife. And if they arrive home, I'm going to have to just leave because they're buying groceries right now. And so when they get here, I'm going to have to run and help them carry stuff in. Let's take a look. Boom. Whoops. Boo, 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 boo. Looking good. That's number 3. I don't even know if I need to really keep track of the numbers on these things. What I'm probably going to do is do them in like packs of, what, 5? Packs of 5. Which one is this? This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Nothing to see here. Move right along. Just let me see. Still 2 guys hanging out. Who's watching, man? I like to know who I'm talking to. I like to give little Junior League shout-outs to people when they're spending their afternoon with me. I'm saying? Oops. I went through into the board. What I'm using here is a like a scrap board on top of my makeshift bench, my makeshift workbench, so that I don't drill into the. It doesn't matter if I drill into this bench, to be honest, but you know, it's just to develop a best practices kind of habit, I guess. Let's say I actually cut these and see how we're looking. Check it out. Check it out. You guys can't actually see the bench top that I'm working on here, right? Does that matter? I don't know. Like, see, as I drill through, I end up with some, you know, things sticking up there. Hold on. See that right there? So I gotta trim that off. because I don't want it to sort of build up between the layers as I'm putting this thing together. You know, squishing everything. It would be so much. It would be better for doing this on camera if I had done this before. But when I started this channel, part of my aim was to do things I'd never done before on camera and fail if that's what had to happen. And I have more than one failure on this channel. And I think that that's good. I think that more skills-based YouTube channels should have failures on them. I always feel so much closer to someone I'm watching when I see them duff up something that I've duffed up before, and I'm like, thanks for showing that, man. Now I feel that we're both on the same team. You know what I'm saying? Let me see this here. There we go. Chop, chop. Slice. Chop, slice. There's got to be an easier way to do this. It's funny, I looked this up on the interwebs. I googled it. And I don't remember, like, I guess I just wasn't paying attention, but I don't remember what anyone might have said about the easiest way to cut between the two holes. Like, a lot of places are like, use little drills, cut 2 holes for the tang, and then, I guess, I don't know. Like, do I just use a file or something? Seems time consuming, man. Jeez, I'm not sure if I bit off more than I can chew with this. You know what else I forgot when I started this project? I forgot to tell you guys again and again about the guy whose knife blank I'm using. He's on Instagram under the name Sahoninki. Sahoninki. I forgot to put him in the show notes, but I will after this is over. Come on back and take a look. His work is really cool. I think he does really good work. I'd like to actually buy one of his fully made knives at some point. Because I love me the look of a birch bark handle. I really do. I can't say that enough. I may be using the wrong knife for this. These are very small. These are very small cuts I'm making, so I may just do this. I think this is more the way to go. Oh yeah, that's so much better. That's so much easier. There we go. Number 1, let's see if it fits. Sure do. So what I'll do is I'll just put like a little stack on. Stack on. No, it's snap on. I'll just put a little stack on, and then every 5 or 10 or whatever, take it off and glue it up. What I'm going to be gluing it with is, do I have any scissors here? No, but that's okay, because I got me a knife. 5-minute epoxy, and I've got some anyone else remember when these things used to be called popsicle sticks instead of craft sticks? So I bought a chunk of these, a stack of these. Because every time I'm working with epoxy, I'm like scrounging for wood or birch bark or something to use, and thinking, why don't I just buy a bunch of popsicle sticks? So today I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm going in. Going all the way. Buying them popsicle sticks. Boo boo boo. Jeez, no one's saying anything today. What's going on, guys? Why is everyone so quiet today? I'm sitting here and I'm humming like a fool. You guys are just like No, I ain't saying a dang thing. Well, I'll just be like, you guys just clicked in, let it roll in the background while you're off washing the dishes or something. I watch a lot of YouTube while I'm doing the dishes or like folding laundry or whatever. Fits. So I certainly wouldn't blame anyone else for doing the same. I used to watch, like, I don't know, documentaries and stuff while doing that. But then I started taking the YouTubes a lot more seriously. You know what what I'm gonna have to do at some point here is get like a clamping system put together. I remember Simon was talking about like a DIY solution during the last live stream. I don't quite remember what he said about it, but I gotta do something. Why don't I do like 2 or 3 of these at once? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Okay, I got a line, bring it to there, boom, boom, and boom. Yes, of course it's boom. I think that's a little too small. I do in fact think that's a little bit too small. So here's, I'm going to try to do 3 of them at once. What could possibly go wrong? Okay. Ah, man, I wish I could show you guys the see what I'm doing? Gonna put the big hole right there. And then I'm going to take the smaller one and put the little hole right there. I don't know if that was clear or not. I'm checking it on. Yeah, okay, you guys could see. So if anyone ever asks you why the hell you need 2 egg beater drills, just point them to this live stream, okay? Just set them right on here. And I'll give them what, 4? No one says that anymore. There we go. Still 2 people, eh? That's okay. I ain't got no problems with that. Did I do this backwards? Schnoot. Yes, I did. So these ones may split. I didn't mean backwards. I meant sideways. Backwards? What the hell? Dude, come on. Let's check it out. Like a great big fool. Yep. Okay. I just wasted 3. I guess they're just gonna be fire starting material. Maybe I can make this work. These look small. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. Yep, okay. Well, I'm irritated now. Not at wasting the birch bark, but at, like, not being perfect. I just, you know, I can't handle not being perfect. Let's just turn this like this. Yes. Okay, so, and we will mark it like this. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely make an episode on restoring this thing to its former glory, because this, ow, ah, that was so painful. You know what I did? It was really dumb. I I held this right there, and I started to turn like an idiot. Okay, is this better? Yes, cool. Yeah. All right. Weird to be doing a live stream without a craft beer in my hand. However, this was impromptu. I didn't plan it, so you know, I'm just gonna have to deal. I just have to deal. There we go. Clean it up a little bit. Give it a little bit of the old slicey. Pop it out. Pop it up, pop it in. Let me begin. Put her on there. Ooh, that's a little tight. But we're good. We're good. We're great. We're good. I won't epoxy it up today because I forgot to bring down any wax paper, and I don't want to wander off to the kitchen and leave you guys staring at a blank screen. So that will be probably for the regularly scheduled live stream on Tuesday night. Oh, which reminds me, I have to put that notice up, preferably before Monday night this week. Haha. Hey, do either of you guys actually get the notices on the YouTube, on your YouTube pages when I schedule a live stream? Because I know not everyone does, including people who I absolutely know hit the little bell. So I don't know what the hell YouTube is doing anymore. But I also put a notice up on my on the Raindance Bushcraft Facebook page. But essentially, what I'm trying to hit is Tuesdays 9 p.m. Montreal time. That's GMT -5. It's getting better. So what do you think? I'll just keep going. Keep going. You know, la la, and la. Better keep that. That's some good fire stuff, and I don't even know what I'm talking about, guys, but that's okay. Like this. Mark it. Just a little bit, baby. Just R-E-S-P-E-C-T. No one talking, eh? That's alright. I don't need no stinking talking. No talking. Any of you guys ever see that Bear Grylls mini-series where he and a bunch of guys joined the French Foreign Legion? I enjoyed that. Not the kind of thing I would do, but I don't know, I enjoyed it. It's funny how the French Foreign Legion has always had sort of a certain romantic je ne sais quoi. And like part of that, I think, is that the French weren't allowed to join. If you were French, you couldn't join the Legion. It was full of, like, there were some Americans, there were a lot of like Canadians, a lot of, you know, French-speaking Africans or Arabs or whatever. And they were pretty damn good at their jobs, if history has anything to say about it. Whoops. That's the one weakness of these old tools. The fact that... Did I get it all the way through? One weakness about these old tools is that... Outdoor Dauber is still there. Yeah, one of the weaknesses of these old tools is that they're not all epoxied together, which, by the way, is also a strength if you're, say, restoring something. But like this handle screws off it while I'm cranking at it. You know, if it's not on tight enough. There we go. So yeah, did any of you guys watch that that series? Like, it's not new. It's from a while ago. And it's like one of those sort of, you know, there's an entire generation of TV that owes its existence to Survivor, right? Like all this reality stuff, and it's not only Survivor style now or Big Brother style. It's, you know, in this case it was like, can we do a, you know, shortened version of the French Foreign Legion training program. Like, I don't watch that guy for survival knowledge, that's for damn sure. He's entertainment only. I've said that before, though. You guys have heard me talk about that. How even though I like watching him, I sure as hell would not follow his survival advice. I have no problem with him drinking his own pee, but I have very little interest in doing the same. I do feel that there might be a that one might be too yeah, that one won't work. I unfortunately did this one too close to the edge. Wax the threads, okay. That'll keep it from unscrewing. I can definitely try that. Definitely try that. There we go. Just let me sort of. There's some bumpiness here, and I gotta get that under control. Gotta get it under control. There we go. Any of you guys actually done this before? I asked that in the last live stream, one of the actually scheduled ones, but I didn't really get much of an answer. I think I asked that anyway. I'm loving watching this come together. I'm excited about it. I mean, because I've never done anything like this before, right? There we go. That's where we are so far. And I'm trying to make sure that I don't put the holes too far off center like I did with this one, because if I put this one on, it's going to be too far in. Unless I keep it for the end. I'll keep this one for the end. I'm marking that on it so that I don't start a fire with it by accident. But yeah, drilling 3 of them at a time definitely seems to be saving me some processing time. It's all about the saving of the time. Back home in Soviet Russia, time saves you. I don't know why I'm saying these things. Guys, see Survival Russia's video that he put up today about starting a fire with an inner tube and glass? That guy's bush juju is strong, man. Bush foo is strong. I like that dude. So nice. He comes off as such a nice guy. Are you gonna work with me? Let's try it. Let's try it, please. Please do try. So as I said, like, the tang is tapering. So what I'm doing is, if I'm doing it just in these little bunches, and my biggest problem is going to be keeping track of, you know, keeping them in order when I'm taking them back off to start epoxying them together, right? Yeah, that wouldn't be awkward at all, right? If I buggered it completely. Yeah, I feel like I'm letting you guys down by not doing an outdoors video this week, but I just don't feel well, man. It was hard to keep my mind on the job at work. It's March break for the squirt this upcoming week. So she doesn't know it yet, but I've enrolled her in a video production camp for 5 to 12-year-olds for the week. I hope that's going to go well. Because she's very interested for now. I have no idea how long interest lasts on kids. Like, kids are born curious, you know, and then life just kicks some of their interests right out of them, you know? Oh, Dauber is waiting to see. I guess you're waiting to see if I can pull this off before you try it. If you do, though, Sahaninki's blades are very nice. I mean, and they're reasonably priced. He's not really expensive or anything. Like, if you buy a knife, you're spending in the hundreds, but not unreasonable amounts of money for a custom knife. Because here's the thing, you can still get him to make you a custom knife the way you can't get, like, Adventure Sworn or, much to my chagrin, Jacklore. You can't get either of those companies to do you a fully custom knife anymore, for various reasons. One of which, on the Jacklore side, is that, you know, people were just being too unreasonable with their demands. Whereas what I would want is very, very basic. It's just I would want to be able to say what kind of wood I want, and, like, which of his existing options I want. But, you know, as far as custom goes, his books are closed, and I think they're closed permanently. And I don't want to spend that kind of money on a non-custom knife. You know what I'm saying? That'll fit. But so this guy, I mean, if you like Puukos, eh? I mean, because that's what this guy does. You know, they're Scandinavian. They're Puukko knives and stuff in that vein. Like, you're not going to get a Woodlore clone from this dude. You know, that's legit. And just because the Woodlore clone is my favorite doesn't mean that I'm not open to other things. And honestly, if this works out well, I'm going to do one for me. Because I love the look of a stacked birch bark handle. I like the look of a leather handle as well, but I prefer the birch bark, you know? It's just so, just that specific kind of brown. Like, you know, when you get it smooth and it's just, so nice. That's where we are so far. Einstein once said, learn from others' mistakes. You'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. Yeah. I mean, it's funny, but hell, that's true. Did he actually say that? I know a lot of stuff is attributed to Einstein that, you know, was said by other people, but... Oops. Okay. You're on fire making duty. I just like anything that's sort of peeling off, I'm taking off, or anything that bumps out, sort of in the hopes that it's going to make things easier when I'm trying to squish all these stacks together and make a handle with no gaps in it. You know? Because I think that gaps in a handle that will be used in the bush are essentially a disaster waiting to happen. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not speaking from experience here, but I am speaking from experience in related things. Like, you know, if you're building a shelter or something, if there's a gap, there's going to be water. You know, so kind of experience I'm speaking from, and I'm just extrapolating into the knife world here. So maybe I'm worried about nothing, but I'd rather be worried about nothing than err in the other direction. You know? Look at the color. Come on. Well, you know, the lighting in here is terrible. So when I say look at the color, it's beautiful, I mean, you're not getting the full-on effect, but trust me. Well, most of you guys have probably looked under birch bark. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Talking about the birch bark. So we're up to 3 people watching. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Use this as a bit of a scraper. So, March is the month of the St. Patrick's Week slaughter in Montreal, by which I mean that all the guys who play in the Irish bands like me work our butts off and then get like bronchitis right after the whole event, right after all the events are over, because you gig a lot for the during the St. Patrick's Week. Ooh, I almost did these sideways. No, I didn't. What's going on? Yes, I did this sideways. Okay. Golly gee willikers. Insane Jokers, hey, how's it going? How's it going, buddy? You might. I'm doing some knife work here, getting some stuff ready. You know, my squirt doesn't even know about this knife yet. Have I been clear enough on that this knife is going to be for her? I don't know. Like I've been getting some new subs lately, so I don't know what people know. You know, like what people have heard me say and what people haven't. So if any of you here didn't hear the reason I'm doing this knife, it's going to be my daughter's first bushcraft knife. That's why I ordered it sub-sized, smaller than the normal length for the handle as well as for the blade. Because she got some small hands. But like I wanted it big enough that she could use into adulthood, like as a neck knife or something. So I didn't want to go uber small. Oh no! There we go. I bet you I'm shaking the hell out of this camera every time. Outdoor likes my axe collection. You know, it's funny because I'm pretty happy with it so far, but there are some things missing. There are some things that I would like to get into the collection. And it's funny because I'm not really much of a collector, you know? Like some of these are just because I restore them. You know, I like to restore axes. It's a job, you know, it's an activity that I like to do. But some of them are just, some of them have some weird stories behind them. Did you see my my Wetterlings, the video where I won a Wetterlings? Wetterlings, as the Swedish would say, because that's the story behind two of the axes up there. This one here, can you see it? There are buttons all over the screen, so I don't know. This is the one that I use for carving spoons. This was my first nice axe, excuse me, and this one I turn to a lot. I use this for finer work when I'm carving spoons. This one comes camping. This one comes to the forest all the time, no matter what. Up here is my main sort of forest implement. Transfers, you know, the small forest axe. These are the two Wetterlings here that check that video out for the story behind, because it's really funny. Wow, that is way too. Maybe not. Maybe not. No. You see this? Oof. Nope. Rats. All as well. Oh, you saw that video? Yeah. Jeez. I buggered like 3 of them? Schnoots, man. Actually, no, that one's gonna be okay. I gotta pay more attention here. Now, one byproduct of winning that Wetterlings is, the guys I won it from are no, I definitely buggered 3 of these rats. They're an outfitter in the extreme west of Ontario, like practically in Manitoba. And I would love to check out their outfit at one point, because it looks gorgeous. But the Manitoba border is pretty far away. Like it's definitely not the kind of thing I can just do on a weekend, you know. Hit the bush for the weekend. No, that's not how it's gonna go. That ain't how it's gonna go down. Cutting across, yes. I am good to go. I am good to go. Please. Please do be good to go. I'm gonna go back to doing them one at a time, just because if I'm wasting 3 of them at a time, because I'm not keeping track of, like, they're not all the exact same size, so underneath some of them might be shifted over. So if I'm just wasting a bunch, then what's the bloody point? You know? Oh, I forgot to look, if I'm doing them 1 at a time instead of 3 at a time, I'm gonna get an easier clamp to work with. Should be fine. Should be grand. Well, the drilling part is definitely a lot faster when I'm doing one at a time. You know, I had a weird thought, like, you know how I was going on and on about being demonetized and everything? And I was really irritated because I was like, okay, 2018, I'm going to do a live stream a week. I'm going to put up a video a week. And I'm going to get, you know, I'm going to get my stuff out there and I'm going to improve my lot, blah, blah, blah. And then I get demonetized. I wonder if, like, does live stream watch time count towards my 4,000 hours? Wow, I really buggered this one. Why did I make it so wide? Oh, rats. Okay. See, there's a line I drew, and I guess I centered the bit on that line instead of... Jesse is such a fool on occasion. I'm starting to waste a lot of this bark. Better sort of get my act together here. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Okay. There. Are we all the way through? No. I saw on the Instagram image that Mr. Scouting Free, it looks like he's taking a week-long English longbow making course. I have to admit, I'm not much of a reenactor. I'm not into, do you guys know what SCA is? The Society for Creative Anachronisms? I'm not into that kind of stuff or anything, but I would love to take a course like that. I just like making stuff, you know what I'm saying? I would love to take a, not necessarily a full-on blacksmithing course, but like an axe making course. I'd love to learn how to make an axe. Not necessarily to start like a business or anything, because in my part of town, I'm not allowed to burn anything I'm not allowed to use any kind of stove or fireplace or anything that burns solids unless it's like a pellet stove. So I can't really... Ah, yeah, that's looking good. Doing a good job here, guys. So it's not like I'm, you know, becoming a blacksmith in my garage is a possibility or anything. But I just want to learn how it's done, you know? I just want to give it a try. That's too small. Nails. That should be good. Mark first. So what are you guys doing this fabulous Sunday? Well, fabulous Saturday. Some parts of North America are under a huge ton of snow. Some parts aren't. Is everyone in a snow-free environment? I would be lying if I said I was in an absolutely snow-free environment, but at least we're not getting dumped on the way my buddy Joe's Neon certainly was this week. I don't know. You guys, everyone's safe from the from the elements? Let's make this a little smaller than it looks like it was going to be. Go. You guys will all deeply care about the fact that I had to oh, never mind, that was going to be really boring. Forget about it. Boom. I find that the biggest hurdle I have to overcome whenever it comes to doing something like new or anything is starting, like getting over the initial I can't do it, you know, that stupid self-defeating philosophy that, you know, that it's going to be too hard to do. And like so often, not every time, but fairly often, if I can get over that and just get started, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm definitely going to have to scrunch that stuff down. And for that, I'm definitely going to need some kind of clamp. So I wish I remembered what Simone was talking about in the last live stream. YouTube has apparently changed things, by the way, about live streams. And for once, this doesn't suck. I love you, YouTube. I don't love you, YouTube. That apparently the chat is going to be visible after the video is over now, which I think is pretty good, because every now and again someone mentions something in chat and then I forget to write it down, and then when I just, you know, hit up the video again later, it's like, oh no, of course not, chat doesn't show up. So when I started this, when I hit the encoding page, or whatever it's called, the editing page, I saw a notice that that is going to change, and that makes me happy. Yeah, I'm just trying to sort of flatten this out a bit before man, this is really thin. This one might be too thin. Keep going. Keep on trucking. There we go. Alright, see you later, Outdoor. We'll see you around. See you Tuesday? Are you gonna be around Tuesday? I don't know if he's already gone. As we're down to 2 people watching, so maybe he's already gone. I don't know if that's too thin, but whatevs. I'll give it a go. So yeah, I don't know if live streams count towards the $4,000, like your hours watched or not, like, or if it's just uploaded videos that they're talking about. Admittedly, I haven't thrown a whole lot of work into finding out. It was just something that dawned on me while I was doing this, while I was setting this up earlier. It'd be neat if it did. Definitely need to did. Alright, this I'm going to now drill and blah and blah and blah. Boop 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 boop. Oh, that did not work. What? There we go. Okay. Huh. Someone new is on, I see. Welcome to the rock and roll show. Oh, that's exactly what happened. Okay. All right, it all becomes clear. It all becomes clear. the one that I buggered before because I drilled outside. Oh, Melissa's here. Come on, va. Qu'est-ce que tu fais là? You have not been on one of my live streams ever before, madame. Those of you who don't know, I know Melissa from a former job. She made that place fucking bearable. Well, there were a couple of people who did that, but she was my favorite. Honey, you're not old enough to be lost on YouTube. What I'm doing is I'm turning a bunch of birch bark into a knife handle for my daughter. My daughter obviously doesn't know about it yet because she ain't getting it until she's 7. But that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing another live stream on Tuesday night at 9 if you're going to be around. Well, this is lost on YouTube. What a crock. You can't be lost on YouTube. YouTube is our schizophrenic, abusive uncle. Makes us happy and then destroys our hopes. Tenenbaum, what's up, man? How's it going over there in Sweden? You know, Tenenbaum, if I ever win 30 million bucks, the very third thing I'm doing is coming to see you, because I've got a real thing about Sweden. Ever since I saw the Ray Mears episode where was it Lars Felt who went and hung out with him and they did that salmon over the fire. Everything that Ray said about Sweden at that point, about like how you can camp almost everywhere, I was like, I've got to go. And so much of the stuff I use is Swedish, right? I mean, look at the axes behind me. What, aren't 4 of them? 5, 6. 6 of them are Swedish. And there's only 9 axes there, you know? Yeah, that was Felt, eh? But, yeah. I gotta see that country someday. Such a gorgeous, so much beauty, too. And it's funny because that's like Canada in that way, right? Like, we sell ourselves on being this land of spectacular vistas and blah, blah, blah and everything, but... like, it's easy to forget that we're not the only country with that kind of spectacularity. Making up words. I'm making up words, right? Why not? This knife that I'm making for Camille is not Swedish. It is... Where is he from? I mean, Apuko is Finnish, right? But he's not Finnish. I think he's in Norway. Whoa, I'm missing I'm getting late on the... Melissa's never live streamed before. Everyone, welcome Melissa to her first live streaming experience. Tenenbaum, okay, it's cold, yes. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have the same accessibility here. I mean, as you know, being Canadian, we don't have the highways going all the way up to the Arctic Circle. I mean, there are a couple, but most of the north is plains only. I am fortunate in that I have a brother who was a bush pilot by trade. I am less fortunate in that he is no longer a bush pilot by trade. So I missed the boat on that one. And he used to live up in Yellowknife. When he moved on from bush piloting to, he was flying for First Air. That's the native, I think it's Cree-run airline. While he was flying for them, he was based in Yellowknife, so he lived up there. And it's funny, Yellowknife is not, it's not Whitehorse, eh? It's not a pretty, picturesque northern town. It's a gray, depressing place. But you know, yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time. I ain't seen him in a long time. As I said, none of the people who are watching right now are the people who started watching when I started this thing. So I'll give you the same spiel as I said when I started this. If the screen suddenly goes black, it's because I got a phone call because I'm doing this on my phone. And if my girls get home, I have to leave immediately because they're doing the grocery shopping right now. So when they get here, I'm going to have to help with the foodstuffs, the stuffs of food, and so on. You know, it's funny because we do a lot of our shopping at Costco. How many of you guys do the Costco thing? It's horrible, right? It's like walking into purgatory, especially if you walk in when there's anyone there. But I have a hard time not walking out with a TV every time I go because they're like right there at the door, and our TV is like 9 years old and feeling the heat. Yeah, that one's gonna be for fire starting. So it's gotten to the point where, you know, the missus says, "Okay, you're doing Costco this weekend. Don't buy a TV, please." Yeah. You got to be careful when doing this birch bark thing because see how it's got this directionality to it. If I make my slot this way, then when I'm stuffing it onto the handle, it's gonna snap. It's just gonna, you know. So you have to make sure that the slot goes across the grain. And I have buggered several pieces because I keep sort of misjudging it, like a great big fool. Anyone saying anything? No, we're good. By the way, Melissa, for our Tuesday night get-togethers, I like everyone to crack their favorite beer and tell me what they're drinking. Just if you're gonna be around Tuesday. In fact, it's funny because I'm in the basement here, so I have the past 4 Tuesdays beverages here because, you know, I'm just too damn lazy to bring them up and put them in the kitchen like an idiot. So last week's was ma tante. Week before that was the chippy. Half the guys I know who drink this beer, they just like the pin-up girls. And before that was Schwarzbier. These are all Quebec made, of course, because let's face it. And before that was Malédiction. Melissa, on Tuesday night at 9, I'm having a scheduled live stream like you're watching right now. And when I do that, I always have one craft beer. And some of the guys who hang out with me also crack open a craft beer and let me know what they're drinking. So if you hang out on Tuesday, actually, there's at least one dude who cracks a bong instead of a bottle. Legit, whatevs. I just got a text message. My girls. Okay, folks, I gotta go. I'm gonna finish up this handle, and I'll see some of you guys on Tuesday night. I will. Okay, that's legit, Melissa. All right, I gotta go. See you guys.